signature scents are usually women think about their signature scents, but it's also important for men to have signature scents, which are usually these days people have multiple signature scents, but many decades ago some people would just choose one scent to kind of represent them, their personality, and what they want to be perceived as. These days, of course, you can experiment. There's more freedom for choosing multiple scents that you're associated with and just that you enjoy. But choosing a signature scent can be difficult because there are thousands of different fragrances out there, so how can you choose the right one for you? So you really have to kind of think about the notes, what you want to go for, the vibe. But I have a nice little list here that I think kind of encompasses the overall realm of fragrances and what you can choose from. So I'm going to start with, I think, a pretty good versatile fragrance for men, which is Dior Homme. Any Dior Homme will do. They're all relatively similar. Dior Homme is unique because it has this iris note that really gives it this kind of smoothness, this slight sweetness, not really too sweet or anything. Very natural, yet cool, crisp, kind of professional sort of feel. Very, very pleasant, very refreshing, uplifting, I would say even confident. It's more, I would say, a little bit formal. Definitely not like a party fragrance or anything. More for like going to a nice dinner, going to the theater, any formal occasion would be nice, but it's also good just in general for the daytime because it is very light, refreshing and crisp and that sort of thing. So it also lasts a long time, surprisingly. Despite its relative lightness, it will last a good probably 5 to 6 hours. Then, if you want something maybe a little bit more intense, yet still crisp and masculine, you could go for Dylan Blue by Versace. So this is a classic fragrance that's been around for a while. Notes of bergamot, aquatic notes, some black pepper, some saffron. In general, the opening is super crisp and refreshing, and it pretty much remains refreshing as you wear it over the hours. And then some of its base notes, the middle notes, become a little bit more pronounced, but it's definitely not heavy or musky or, you know, that sort of thing. It stays nice and kind of like you just got out of the shower, like nice and fresh like that. And it's just kind of a classic go-to if you really can't decide what you should wear. Dylan Blue will get you anywhere you need to go. It's just nice and versatile. And I haven't come across anyone who really dislikes it. It's just a nice fragrance. Then, if you want to go a little bit more kind of luxury here, you could go for one of my favorites actually, despite being a men's fragrance. This is a very small sample of, what's it called? Pegasus from Parfum de Mali. This is delicious. So this is actually unique because it has notes of bitter almond. And almond isn't a very popular note in fragrances, especially men's fragrances. However, the way they formulated this fragrance is just delicious. It has this, it's a delicate fragrance. It's definitely not gonna fill up the room. It's not like Versace Eros where it's gonna, you know, everyone can smell it even if they're a mile away. This is more of a subtle, elegant, refined, more intimate sort of fragrance. That almond note, which is really the main note you're gonna get, super delicious. It says bitter almond, but there's a little bit of sweetness. And it's actually very authentic to the smell of real almonds. Even a little bit powdery. It has this very clean smell. Very, like I said, this is an elegant fragrance for the elegant man. Very versatile. I would say you could probably wear it during the daytime and the evening. But I would say it's probably not going to stand out as much during the evening because people usually wear stronger fragrances then. But like I said, it's versatile. You could do pretty much anything when wearing this fragrance. And it's just unique, you know, because there's, like I said, not a lot of almond notes in fragrances these days. So if you want to stand out, you know, and have this very unique scent about you, then Pegasus is definitely a very good option. Very, very delicious sort of scent. Then another very luxurious fragrance that I also really like, personally, is Ambre Nuit, Amber Night from Dior. And this is also delicious because this is, I actually tried it yesterday, or the day before. Very warm, kind of like you're being wrapped up in this cashmere blanket sort of thing. It also has some very unique notes, mainly pink pepper, damask rose, ambergris, guaiac wood, cedar, and patchouli. And there's also some grapefruit and bergamot. So the thing with it is that it balances every single note extremely well. Some men might not like, oh, there's rose in it, that's too feminine. The way they formulate this thing is perfect. And I actually think it's a unisex scent. However, it had that pink pepper mixed with the ambergris and the wood notes creates a super warm, kind of cozy scent, at the same time being extremely luxurious, like velvety, you know, smooth, very, very pleasant. It's like a fine glass of whiskey, you know, it's smooth, not harsh. Because some men's fragrances can be pretty harsh, you know, too in your face, too sharp. But this is just nice, like rounded out, matured, very, very nice. Definitely, it's a little bit more of an evening fragrance because of those really warm notes. However, I would say you could probably wear it daytime and evening, formal or casual. It's just a great fragrance overall. And I can't find anything wrong with it. It's also long-lasting, so even more of a bonus. Then, if you want something a bit more casual and just kind of light, you can go for Acqua di Gio. Acqua di Gio, some people don't wear it anymore, maybe they've gone to Invictus or another fresh fragrance because this is from the 90s. But this is still a really good classic. You know, it has notes of rosemary, several citrus notes, several herbal notes, some aquatic, some floral, and that sort of thing. In general, it's very, very much like you're standing on the Italian coast with the waves, you know, rushing towards you. A very fresh, kind of summery sort of vibe. Definitely not super long lasting, probably just 4 hours, but it is very, very good, just regular daytime fragrance. Like, if you can't figure out what to wear, and you just want to put something on, Acqua di Gio, you don't have to worry about it, you don't have to think about it, it's just nice. Pretty much everyone likes it. A very agreeable fragrance. And it's just nice to freshen up. If it's really hot outside and you're just too hot, you're sweating, Acqua di Gio is kind of just a nice to freshen up. Other than that, those are pretty much my recommendations for men's signature fragrances. Of course, there are many, many more that you can experiment with. Invictus is a really good one if you don't like Acqua di Gio but want something fresh and kind of natural. And I would steer clear of Versace Eros as a signature scent. It is a nice fragrance, it has some very delicious vanilla notes, but it's more associated with clubbing and parties, so you wouldn't want to wear that day to day as your regular fragrance. Other than that, that's pretty much what I have to say about signature scents. If you have any opinions about them, or your favorite signature scents, you can leave those down in the comment section below. If you liked the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.